more. Contessa Brewer is at the Global Gaming Expo, and she is joined by the CEO of FanDuel. Contessa.
Morgan, thank you for that. And with me, Amy Howe, who's it's just been a whirlwind because you came off of Investor Day with a big new announcement about the U.S. total addressable market. You said it was 1.7 times the previous estimate, $70 billion in North America. That includes Ontario. 3 super states remain out of FanDuel's reach: California, Texas, and Florida, where it's monopolized by Hard Rock. So how do you get those states in order to reach that TAM?
Well, thank you for having me. I always love being here, especially in Vegas. Listen, we feel great. We're heading into Q4 with phenomenal momentum, and as you said, we're looking at a runway of a $70 billion potential market, but you don't get there without the big states, right? That assumes you have roughly 80% of the U.S. that can bet legally in sports betting and 25% in iGaming. And you've got to find at least 2 of the 3 big states to get there. Listen, we learned a lot.
But you failed previously.
We did,
and you tried in California.
Public about that. We learned a lot. We really did. We learned a lot coming out of the November 22 ballot initiative. And we have been, I feel very good about where we are with the tribes, where we've been very clear publicly that we will work with and through the tribes, and it will be up to them on when and how sports betting is legalized in the state of California. Hard to put a date on that, but we feel good about those relationships right now.
FanDuel remains the Goliath in the sports betting market and in iGaming, now the #1 in terms of market share operator. If you're Goliath, there are definitely operators who consider themselves David and think they can take you down. Fanatics has a massive customer base. Penn's ESPN Bet is on the market, fully launched now, and has the brand power of major media. Rush Street Interactive is the little engine that could. Its stock is up way over 100% year to date. And when I asked the CEO last night, he goes, I don't need all that market share. I just need to make money. How do you keep the edge?
Well, we do both well. Listen, we've had a first mover advantage in large part because of our product. And a lot of that, we talk about the Flutter Edge at our Capital Markets Day. We were the first to have parlays and same-game parlays in market, but we're continuing to trailblaze, right? There's a great product that we have that's in beta right now. It's called Your Way. And this effectively gives customers a significant amount of choice and flexibility, right? So if you think about it this way, the books used to predetermine what the betting markets are. So I might offer a market for Derrick Henry to rush for 55 yards, but maybe you think he's going to rush 75, 76, or 77 yards.
And you can
determine that. Exactly.
On offer. Like you're coming out with a whole new suite of product that gives maybe people like me who find the whole thing still overwhelming in terms of choice, more choice.
That's exactly right. And we think it's going to appeal to our early adopters who might have been, come over from their favorite bookie, but also recreational users, right? If we can make it simple and intuitive, then this is a potentially a big game changer.
Morgan, you want to jump in here?
Yes, thanks, Contessa. And Amy, it's great to have you on the show. Listen, you got a former Jacksonville Jaguars employee suing your company for $250 million from prison. This is after he embezzled $22 million, blew it on fantasy sports, and now argues that FanDuel should have known he had a problem and not targeted him with VIP treatment. It raises 2 questions. Is there new scrutiny from the company on these VIP programs? And is there also potential for more of these types of lawsuits?
Yeah, listen, I can't comment on pending litigation right now, but what I can say, without question, one of the most important things we do as a regulated online operator is protect our customers, make sure we can identify any nefarious behavior, whether that's anti-money laundering or fraudulent practices. But also, there's a responsibility that we and the industry have around responsible gaming, right? So, of course, we're communicating and complying with law enforcement, but what we are doing that black market operators are not doing is going above and beyond that. We spent $100 million across Flutter on responsible gaming, and we're working across the industry with an state-of-the-art responsible online gaming association to really make sure that we can protect our consumers.
I can't let you go unless we talk some football first. It's remarkable that you have this partnership with YouTube for the Sunday Ticket. The world is just changing so dramatically. How's that working out for you, the streaming versus what you would get from a partnership with traditional media?
Well, we love the partnerships we're working with many of the major streaming platforms right now. And what it's really allowing us to do is give our consumers, our sports fan, access to whether it's more games through Sunday Ticket or having really authentic integrations with the live broadcast. Amazon is doing a great job. We're also able to customize a bit more. So through their first-party data, we can determine if you're a FanDuel user, you haven't signed up for the platform, or maybe you don't even want to see sports betting ads, we can really start to customize. So the integrations and the access to great content is, we think there's huge unlock, and we're excited to say that we're going to be partnering with Netflix this year for their 2 Christmas games, which is one of their first forays into live sports. So very excited about those.